Did you know there are still hidden corners of the world where seniors can explore freely, stepping off the crowded tourist trails to discover breathtaking destinations that feel like they belong only to you? Picture wandering along quiet cobblestone streets, hearing nothing but the gentle lapping of ocean waves, or strolling through serene forests where the air smells of pine and wildflowers, all without the stress of long lines, noisy crowds, or overpriced attractions. Some of these secret havens even offer lifetime discounts, senior-friendly perks, and unique experiences that most travelers never know exist, making each journey both extraordinary and affordable. Whether it's a peaceful coastal village, a remote mountain hideaway, or a secluded island brimming with stories and history, adventure can be gentle, enriching, and completely tailored to your pace. This is Senior Travel Adventures, your trusted guide to traveling smarter after 60. Hit like now to uncover these hidden gems, and subscribe because your next unforgettable journey is waiting, and the joy of adventure truly never retires. Callidora Wren is 71, a retired botanist from Oregon who spent decades studying plants, traveling to remote forests, and cataloging the hidden corners of the natural world. In her younger years, she thrived in the hustle and bustle of major cities, reveling in crowded museums, lively streets, and the endless energy of cultural festivals. But as the years passed, the noise, the traffic, and the constant rush of modern life became overwhelming, and her love for travel began to fade under the weight of stress and exhaustion. Callidora longed for a way to rediscover the thrill of exploring without the chaos she had come to dread. One rainy afternoon, while sorting through her attic, she stumbled upon a box of old travel journals she had kept meticulously over the years. Each page was filled with notes about quiet villages in Europe, remote islands she'd only read about, and secluded mountain trails she had dreamed of walking. The sight of her handwriting, the sketches of hidden harbors and secret gardens, reignited a spark she thought had dimmed. She realized that adventure didn't have to mean crowds, noise, or luxury hotels. It could be slow, meaningful, and deeply personal. As she flipped through the journals, memories of trips she had once taken alone or with friends came flooding back. Moments of wonder, small acts of kindness from strangers, quiet mornings watching the sunrise over unfamiliar landscapes. Viewers can relate to Callidora's mix of nostalgia, curiosity, and the quiet yearning for meaningful experiences. Her story is a reminder that travel after 60 doesn't have to be exhausting or overwhelming. It can be fulfilling, calming, and even restorative. Inspired, Callidora makes a promise to herself. She will revisit these forgotten destinations, embrace the pace that suits her, and experience the kind of stress-free, enriching travel that many seniors long for but rarely find. Through her journey, she becomes a mirror for the audience, showing that age is not a barrier but an invitation to explore in a way that nourishes the soul and creates lasting memories. Destination 1. Northern Portugal, Coastal Village Time Forgot. Destination 1 takes us to a hidden gem in northern Portugal, a coastal village that seems almost frozen in time, where the rhythm of life moves at a pace seniors can finally appreciate. You won't find this place plastered across Instagram or flooded with selfie-snapping tourists. Locals prefer it that way, keeping its charm and serenity intact. Imagine arriving in a village where fewer than 800 visitors set foot each summer, a place where you can wander along cobblestone streets without bumping into crowds, hear the gentle clatter of fishing boats returning to the harbor, and breathe in air so fresh it feels as if every inhalation washes away the stress of decades of city life. Every corner seems painted with history, from centuries-old churches to small artisan shops where locals craft pottery and textiles using skills passed down for generations. Narrow alleyways wind toward hidden cafes where the aroma of freshly baked bread and roasted coffee fills the air, inviting travelers to pause, watch the world move slowly, and soak in the subtle rhythms of daily life. The sound of church bells chiming in the distance, the distant laughter of children playing in the streets, and the occasional bark of a dog wandering through the alleyways create an orchestra of calm, a gentle reminder that this pace of life is rare and precious. This is the kind of travel experience that allows seniors to reconnect with the joy of exploration, not the rush or pressure to see everything in a day. The shocking part? Staying in a 5-star guest house here costs less than one night in Miami, making it not only a haven for the soul but also remarkably affordable. Strolling past pastel-colored houses, vendors selling freshly baked pastries, and fishermen mending their nets, you can't help but feel a deep sense of calm. Every sound, every smell, and every friendly nod from a local reminds you that travel doesn't have to be complicated or stressful. It's the little moments, a child chasing a seagull on the shore, a couple sharing stories under a lantern-lit balcony, a stray cat sunbathing on a stone wall, or an old man whittling a piece of driftwood by the harbor, that make the experience feel genuine, personal, and memorable. For seniors who have spent years navigating hectic schedules and noisy cities, these moments are restorative, offering a gentle reminder that beauty and wonder are often found in simplicity. For seniors seeking meaningful experiences, this village offers more than scenic beauty. It provides a chance to slow down, savor each moment, and engage in the subtle yet profound pleasures of life. Watching the sun rise over the Atlantic as it casts a golden glow across the waves, sampling seafood prepared with care by local families who have perfected their craft over generations, joining a local for an impromptu conversation about the tides or the history of the harbor, or simply sitting on a bench listening to the quiet chatter of a community that thrives on simplicity. Callidora Wren finds herself enchanted, realizing that this kind of mindful travel allows her to reconnect with herself, with nature, and with the small joys she had long forgotten. Each sunrise becomes a meditation, each friendly smile a reminder of human connection, and each quiet evening stroll a celebration of life lived fully yet peacefully. Beyond the village streets, the surrounding landscapes provide seniors with gentle adventures, low cliffs overlooking the Atlantic, hidden beaches where the waves lap against soft sand, and lush gardens filled with native plants that invite slow exploration. Birdsong accompanies early morning walks, and the scent of salt and wildflowers fills the air, offering subtle therapy for both mind and body. Callidora wanders these paths with a sense of calm excitement, noticing details she never saw before. The patterns in the stone walls, the way the light dances on the water at dusk, the harmony of village life continuing uninterrupted around her. It's a reminder that some of the most transformative experiences are not in the most famous destinations but in quiet, overlooked places where life feels real, tangible, and unhurried, leaving room for reflection, peace, and genuine happiness. Would you prefer calm coastlines like this or lively cities? Comment below. Destination 2, Coonabarabran, Australia, town that sleeps beneath the stars. Destination 2 takes us to Coonabarabran, a small and unassuming town in New South Wales, Australia, lovingly nicknamed town that sleeps beneath the stars. Unlike bustling cities or popular tourist hotspots, Coonabarabran has embraced its natural darkness, turning off most artificial lights every night to give residents and visitors an unparalleled view of the Milky Way. For seniors, this is not just a visual treat but an invitation to reconnect with the sky in a way modern life rarely allows, to pause, to breathe, and to witness the universe's grandeur stretching endlessly above. There are few experiences in the world where the cosmos feels so alive and immediate, and here, it's accessible without crowds or distractions. The town is home to one of Australia's official dark sky parks, recognized internationally for its exceptionally clear night skies, perfect for stargazing enthusiasts, amateur astronomers, and anyone seeking the quiet majesty of a celestial display. Visitors to Coonabarabran can join guided night tours, where expert astronomers set up high-powered telescopes and share stories about the stars, galaxies, and planets above. Seniors can learn to identify constellations, watch planets drift silently across the sky, or simply recline on a blanket in a peaceful field, letting the universe remind them of the vastness, intricacy, and beauty of life. Unlike crowded observatories or city rooftops, here, the night sky is an intimate experience. Callidora Wren, our traveler, finds herself recalling childhood nights when she and her siblings lay in grassy fields, pointing out constellations and imagining the mysteries beyond the Milky Way. That sense of wonder, long dimmed by decades of routine and digital distraction, floods back, leaving her both humbled and exhilarated. The night sky in Coonabarabran becomes a mirror of her own curiosity and a gentle reminder that all has no expiration date. The health benefits of this unique environment add a deeper layer to the experience. Studies show that reduced exposure to blue light, the kind emitted by screens, smartphones, and city illumination, significantly improves sleep quality, boosts mood, and enhances cognitive function, all essential for seniors striving to maintain energy, vitality, and mental sharpness. By immersing herself in the natural darkness, Callidora feels her mind unwind and her body relax in ways that crowded or overly lit environments cannot provide. The quiet of the night, the absence of buzzing electronics, and the rhythm of nature surrounding her all contribute to a restorative sense of calm, making this more than a sightseeing trip. It becomes a journey toward well-being, mindfulness, and inner peace. Beyond the mesmerizing night skies, Coonabarabran offers gentle daytime exploration. Rolling hills, open plains, and eucalyptus forests invite seniors to take leisurely walks, breathe in the crisp air, and observe the delicate beauty of local flora and fauna. The town itself is small and welcoming, with charming cafes and cozy inns offering friendly hospitality, hearty meals, and spaces for reflection or conversation. Every detail, from the rustle of leaves to the distant call of native birds, feels intentional, a reminder that meaningful travel is measured not by how much you do but by how fully you feel. Seniors can take photographs of the panoramic landscapes, journal their thoughts, or simply enjoy quiet moments of solitude under a sunlit sky, knowing the night will soon return with its spectacular show above. For travelers like Callidora, Coonabarabran represents a perfect blend of education, nostalgia, and gentle adventure. It offers the chance to reconnect with one's childhood sense of curiosity, the serenity of nature, and the quiet thrill of discovering a place few have experienced firsthand. In this town, adventure is not defined by adrenaline but by awareness, presence, and the beauty of small, mindful moments. The profound emotional impact, combined with the health benefits and scenic charm, makes this destination an unforgettable experience for seniors seeking travel that nourishes both body and soul. Would you switch off your phone for a night to see the stars? Destination 3, Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, the healing blue zone. Destination 3 brings us to the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, a place that seems almost magical in its ability to nurture longevity, vitality, and happiness. Here, in a region often called one of the world's blue zones, people routinely live longer and healthier lives than almost anywhere else on the planet. What makes this stretch of sun-drenched coastline so remarkable is not fancy hospitals or high-tech gyms. In fact, medical facilities are scarce, and many villages rely on traditional remedies and community support. Yet seniors thrive here, moving through purpose-driven days filled with meaningful work, connections with family and neighbors, and the rhythms of nature. The secret is woven into the culture: wholesome, fresh local food, daily movement through the countryside, strong social bonds, laughter, and a slow, mindful pace that honors the natural flow of life. For travelers like Callidora Wren, visiting the Nicoya Peninsula is like stepping into a living lesson in vitality. She joins locals for sunrise walks along quiet dirt paths lined with tropical trees, palms swaying gently in the morning breeze. The air is warm and fragrant with the scent of coffee, cacao, and wildflowers, and each step feels restorative, a gentle awakening of body and mind. Elderly residents greet her with smiles, sharing stories of their youth and simple habits that keep them active and engaged. She learns that wellness here is not about expensive routines, pills, or gadgets. It's about rhythm, purpose, and connection. People rise early, eat fresh fruits and vegetables harvested that morning, walk to meet friends or neighbors, and spend time in meaningful work or leisure, all while nurturing relationships that provide emotional support and joy. Callidora realizes that true health comes from living in harmony with your surroundings, from laughter shared over breakfast, from movement woven into daily life, and from moments of reflection that renew the spirit. The Nicoya Peninsula also offers stunning natural beauty that encourages gentle exploration, perfect for seniors seeking both adventure and tranquility. Rolling hills, secluded beaches, lush rainforests, and hidden waterfalls invite slow hikes, quiet swims, and mindful observation of flora and fauna. Callidora wanders through colorful markets, sampling tropical fruits she has never tasted before, chatting with artisans crafting hand-woven baskets, and listening to the soft rhythms of local music drifting through the streets. Each interaction, each moment of attention, feels alive and transformative, as if she is absorbing the vitality of the place itself. She notices how the locals prioritize daily movement, walking long distances to meet friends, tending small gardens, and engaging in playful games with children, and she begins to adopt small practices that make her feel energized and youthful again. Meals in the blue zone are more than nourishment. They are rituals that feed the body, mind, and soul. Callidora joins families for breakfast of fresh papaya, eggs, and black beans, lunches of grilled fish with garden vegetables, and dinners shared under the stars where laughter and storytelling flow freely. She observes how seniors here do not isolate themselves as they age. Instead, they remain engaged, contributing to their communities and enjoying simple pleasures. Each day ends with reflective moments, watching sunsets that streak the sky with gold and pink, feeling the soft sand beneath her feet on a deserted beach, or meditating to the gentle rhythm of ocean waves. These experiences reveal that the essence of well-being is not in medical interventions alone, but in a life lived with connection, movement, mindfulness, and joy. Callidora discovers that visiting the Nicoya Peninsula transforms her understanding of aging and wellness. She feels lighter, more energized, and deeply inspired to incorporate these lessons into her own life, rising earlier, walking more, eating mindfully, cultivating social bonds, and allowing herself to savor the rhythm of each day. The emotional depth of this destination lies in its ability to show seniors that longevity and vitality are not just abstract goals but practical, achievable outcomes of a life lived in harmony with nature, purpose, and community. Every sunrise walk, every shared meal, every quiet conversation reinforces that the secrets to a vibrant life are simple, accessible, and profoundly rewarding. What travel moment ever made you feel younger again? Destination 4, Colonsay, Scotland, Island of Forgotten Libraries. Destination 4 takes us to Colonsay, a tiny, windswept island off the west coast of Scotland, often overlooked by mainstream travelers but brimming with quiet magic and hidden stories. With a population of fewer than 150 people, the island might seem sleepy, yet its cottages, inns, and small nooks are alive with memories, creativity, and shared history. Almost every home contains a bookshelf or reading nook where travelers, past and present, have left journals, novels, letters, or handwritten reflections, fragments of their journeys meant for the next visitor to discover. It's a place where literature, memory, and exploration converge, allowing seniors to experience travel not just as sightseeing but as a connection across time and generations, where every page tells a story and every story sparks imagination and reflection. Callidora Wren arrives on a crisp morning, the salty sea air mingling with the scent of peat fires from the cottages. Narrow stone lanes wind between pastel-colored houses, sheep graze on rolling meadows, and the occasional lighthouse stands sentinel along the cliffs, overlooking the churning Atlantic. As she strolls, she discovers a well-worn journal tucked inside a small library corner, the pages filled with sketches of the coastline, poetic reflections on sunsets, and musings about what the island has meant to the writer. Callidora feels an immediate bond across time, a quiet but profound connection that transcends decades. For her, this is travel at its most intimate, participating in a shared human experience that celebrates memory, creativity, and storytelling, connecting hearts and minds across generations. The natural beauty of Colonsay enhances this sense of timelessness. Soft, sandy beaches curve along the coast, inviting slow morning walks, while cliffside paths are dotted with wildflowers and offer breathtaking views of the ocean. The gentle lapping of waves provides a soothing soundtrack as seniors can explore secluded coves, watch seals sunbathing on distant rocks, or sit quietly on a bench observing the horizon, letting the simplicity and tranquility of the environment wash away decades of accumulated stress. The rhythm of life here is slow, deliberate, and restorative, offering travelers the rare luxury of time to notice the curve of a hill, the shimmer of sunlight on the water, or the aroma of fresh-baked bread drifting from a cottage kitchen. Even the local cats wandering the streets add to the charm, curling up in sunlit patches and reminding visitors that life here embraces calm, patience, and presence. For those seeking connection and creativity, Colonsay is unmatched. Visitors can leave their own books, journals, or sketches behind, continuing the chain of shared experiences that stretches across decades. Callidora decides to contribute a small journal of her own, filling pages with reflections on mindfulness, aging gracefully, and the quiet joys she has discovered. Leaving behind a piece of herself brings a deep sense of purpose and fulfillment, transforming her visit from a simple getaway into a meaningful chapter in the island's ongoing story. Colonsay also invites social connection without the chaos of tourist centers. Locals are welcoming and curious about visitors, often inviting seniors to join small community gatherings, tea ceremonies, or storytelling circles. Here, Callidora witnesses the value of intergenerational connections. Elderly residents share wisdom accumulated over decades, while younger villagers contribute fresh energy and creativity. This interplay fosters respect, warmth, and shared humanity, reinforcing that connection and community can be as transformative as any grand adventure. Walking along cliffside trails at sunset, Callidora reflects on the layers of experience Colonsay has offered: the peaceful natural beauty, the thrill of discovery in hidden libraries, and the quiet intimacy of human stories carried across generations. Each journal she reads, each story she contributes, reinforces the emotional depth of travel, that it is not only about where you go, but how you feel, who you meet, and the moments of insight that linger long after you leave. In Colonsay, she finds a rare fulfillment, a sense of belonging to a timeless community, even if only temporarily, and the realization that sharing wisdom, stories, and memories can leave an enduring legacy for others to discover. What book would you leave behind for the next visitor? Destination 5, Banff Backroads, Canada, Hidden Road to Connection. Destination 5 takes us off the beaten path to the Banff Backroads in Canada, a series of scenic routes often overlooked by typical tourists but treasured by those seeking quiet, meaningful travel experiences. Here, seniors can explore winding roads that carve through majestic mountain ranges, glacial lakes, and dense forests, all while enjoying a pace that allows reflection, connection, and the simple joy of being fully present in nature. The Banff Backroads are not about rush or sightseeing checklists. They are about savoring every curve of the road, every shimmer of sunlight on a turquoise lake, and every whisper of wind through the pine trees. Sometimes, the loneliest roads lead to the warmest people, and this hidden network of paths proves exactly that. As Callidora Wren navigates these quiet routes, she discovers small, tucked-away cabins, roadside cafes, and lakeside benches where fellow travelers, many seniors on their own journeys, pause to rest, reflect, and share stories. Unlike crowded tourist spots, the backroads attract those seeking connection, quietude, and authentic experiences. Callidora meets several solo senior travelers who, like her, are rediscovering the freedom and exhilaration of traveling after 60. Conversations flow effortlessly, spanning decades of experience, life lessons, and shared laughter. She realizes that traveling alone does not mean traveling lonely. Instead, it opens opportunities for spontaneous friendships and deep, meaningful exchanges that are rarely possible in more crowded destinations. The natural beauty of Banff Backroads elevates every encounter. Towering peaks dusted with snow, mirrored lakes reflecting pristine skies, and meadows dotted with wildflowers provide the perfect backdrop for mindfulness, journaling, or photography. Callidora finds herself stopping frequently to simply absorb the scenery, noting how the rhythm of nature slows her heartbeat and quiets the mental noise accumulated over years of city living. She hikes short trails, paddles quietly in a canoe, and watches wildlife, deer grazing in meadows, eagles circling above, all while feeling a profound sense of peace. These moments illustrate that adventure after 60 is not about adrenaline alone. It is about curiosity, observation, and embracing the subtle wonders that often go unnoticed. The backroads also offer a valuable reminder that age is not a limitation but a passport to deeper exploration and human connection. Callidora witnesses seniors laughing over shared meals in rustic cafes, exchanging tips about hidden trails, and even organizing impromptu hiking companions. These connections reaffirm the power of travel to foster friendship, understanding, and community, proving that meaningful human interaction does not fade with age. It can flourish when given the right setting and freedom to unfold. Callidora herself feels rejuvenated, energized, and inspired by the warmth, openness, and wisdom of her fellow travelers. She recognizes that adventure after 60 carries its own rhythm, slower perhaps, but richer, more reflective, and profoundly rewarding. For seniors contemplating solo travel, Banff Backroads offers a gentle nudge toward courage and curiosity. The routes provide safety, accessibility, and opportunities to engage with others without pressure, while the stunning landscapes provide both challenge and serenity. Callidora's journey along these hidden roads becomes a celebration of independence, self-discovery, and shared humanity. Every mile traveled, every conversation shared, and every sunset witnessed reinforces that meaningful travel after 60 is as much about connection as exploration, about rediscovering joy and friendship in unexpected places. Would you take a solo trip after 60? Why or why not? As Callidora Wren closes her travel journal on the final evening of her journey, she reflects deeply on the months spent exploring hidden corners of the world. I didn't find adventure. Adventure found me in every quiet moment I stopped rushing to be seen, she murmurs to herself, smiling at the memory of sunrise walks along the Nicoya Peninsula, stargazing in Coonabarabran, and discovering forgotten journals in Colonsay. Each destination offered more than scenery or novelty. They gifted her patience, mindfulness, and a profound reconnect with herself. In the soft glow of her cabin light, she realizes that true adventure isn't measured by how far you travel or how many landmarks you tick off a list. It is measured by the depth of your experiences, the people you meet, and the small, unforgettable moments that stir the soul. Callidora notices how her perspective has shifted. She no longer feels the pressure to chase crowds or rush through itinerary points. Instead, she savors the gentle rhythm of travel, sipping tea as the Atlantic tides lap against northern Portugal's shores, tracing constellations in Australia's pitch-black night skies, and laughing with fellow seniors on Canada's Banff backroads. Adventure, she learns, is not a destination but a state of being. It resides in the pause, the connection, the mindful observation of life in motion, and the courage to embrace the unexpected. Every journal she read, every conversation she shared, and every moment she allowed herself to be fully present strengthened her sense of self, reminding her that the joy of discovery is timeless and unbound by age. Her emotional takeaway crystallizes in a single thought: your passport isn't just paper, it's proof that wonder never ages. Those simple stamps and visas symbolize more than entry into foreign lands. They are evidence that curiosity, exploration, and joy can thrive long after youth has passed. Callidora feels invigorated, knowing that travel after 60 is not a concession to age but an affirmation of life lived boldly, intentionally, and with openness. The lessons of her journey, embracing solitude, connecting across generations, prioritizing wellness, and finding magic in overlooked corners, are ones she carries with her into every future adventure. They serve as reminders that seniors can approach travel with confidence, curiosity, and joy, discovering that each trip can transform not just the itinerary but the traveler herself. If these hidden destinations inspired you, take a moment to like and share this journey with a friend over 60 who deserves stress-free, meaningful adventure. Subscribe to Senior Travel Adventures to continue discovering transformative, off-the-beaten-path experiences designed for seniors who refuse to let age limit curiosity or joy. Our next episode reveals a U.S. town that welcomes seniors with open arms, offering free adventures, local connections, and a slower, richer pace of life. A place where your passport is just the beginning of discovery. Traveling after 60 isn't just possible, it can be the most rewarding chapter of your life, filled with wonder, laughter, and memories that will linger long after the journey ends. Embrace it, share it, and let the next adventure find you.